Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth YUS Show. Today is June 22nd, 2022. This is our fifth time. We're very honored to have a guest today, Dr. Jackson He. He will join us today because Professor Roddy is having a birthday party to celebrate for his brother away in the mountains. So we'll have Dr. Jackson He join us today. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Big welcome to
be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Cruz. Thank you, Eileen.
Good. Well, let me start a little bit. Introduce myself, Lotus Cruz. In my native language, it's Lotus Cruz. And I was originally born in Riga, Latvia in 1944. And the topic I'd like to speak about today is about Latvia's biggest festival. It just happened, the Midsummer Festival, which we are also known as the Svētki, Jāņu Svētki. And so my mother would always sing songs to me during this period of time. So that gives you a sense of Latvian music. So again, it's collective. Everybody would sing it, and in groups and so on. Let me do a little bit of a PowerPoint screen share here, and that will give you a little bit of a sense of where we are. Hopefully everyone can see this. This was set up for today. And let's talk just a little bit, just very briefly about Latvia. Where is Latvia? Latvia is right here. It's in Northern Europe. On the northern side is Estonia, south is Lithuania. It's a very small people, 2 million people. We're not very many. I still have many relatives in Latvia. They're mostly lumberjacks. They cut down wood. I visited there many a time, but the ones in 1992, right after independence, and then again in 2001 and so on. But June 21st is the Summer Solstice. It's the longest day of the year. In Chinese, it's Xiachi or Zhongxiajie. In Latvian language, it's Līgo Svētki or Jāņi. And so this is the most important festival in Latvia. I'd like to also give you a sense of what Latvians look like in their native outfits. When I returned in 1992, my first visit back to Latvia, I brought back a native Latvian doll. This, of course, is my daughter. She is, of course, half Latvian, but this is a Latvian doll. So the headdress is very important, the colors and the bands, the stripes, and also these kinds of symbols. Mostly these are symbols from 2,000 years ago and so on. So these are very traditional symbols that predate German influence, Russian influence, and so on and so forth. So these are very ethnically Latvian. This is a historical photograph of the festival. We do a lot with flowers. And so these are flower sellers on the way to the various festival areas. And so as you can see, we use flowers a great deal to symbolize all of this. But this is 100 years ago. This is one of the earliest photographs in Wikipedia. So now, what are some of the typical activities? First of all, it's a national holiday, so everybody gets time off, 2 or 3 days. And of course, there's a lot of preparation for it. And we gather in groups, in friendship and community, and we share alike. So this is a community, sort of a primitive communalism kind of thing. One of the biggest activities is to eat cheese. And this enables the women to participate much more. So they're not spending a lot of time doing food preparation. They just cut the cheese. We all eat the cheese and cut the cheese. And so sometimes the festival is also known as Jāņis. And so that's the term for cheese. It's a cheese festival. So all we eat is cheese. It's kind of pre-prepared fast food. We drink a lot of beer, mostly dark beer. We eat a lot of bread. We wear a lot of flowers to symbolize rebirth and hopes for the future. And what brings us all together, of course, is dancing, singing various folk songs. Many of them go back hundreds and thousands of years. And it's an all-night celebration. So we celebrate the longest day of the year in Latvia because Latvia is very far north. It's like Juneau, Alaska. If you think of Alaska, think of Latvia. 80% of Latvia is forested and so on. But the main idea here is that this festival brings together the Latvians in friendship and community. And we share all of these activities. So thank you for listening and sharing, letting me share some of this with you. So I'd like to turn this over to Jackson and his comments about Russia. And
well, before that, I think Yulin has something to tell about the Chinese, how Chinese celebrate the beginning of summer.
Okay, well, this week is actually a lot of holidays. First of all, happy Father's Day. This is 3 days ago. and yesterday was Summer Solstice, and this coming Sunday, June 26th, is the birthday of Pearl S. Buck. She is regarded as one of the earliest friends between of China and the U.S. Her novels are amazing. She won Nobel Prize in literature. So this week it's very, very special. So I want to share a little bit about summer solstice. In fact, what's interesting is that somebody wrote a really good, so I'm just borrowing that, wrote a very good collection of what the summer solstice is about in Chinese. And specifically, there were 10 activities specifically that people enjoy doing, and those things are one is called 依风, go with the wind. Secondly, 听雨, listen to the rain. 3, 静坐, sit quietly. 4, 乘凉, hide in cool shade. 5, 喝茶, drink tea. 6, 赏荷, appreciate lotus flowers. 7, 吃瓜, have a bite of melons. 8, 摘红, pick up red berries and make tea out of it. 9, 观星, watch starry nights. And 10, 看海, enjoy ocean tides. So as you can see, those are the kind of activities that Chinese enjoy during summer solstice.
Great. And actually, from the 2 stories that I learned, and I have some observations. Well, clearly that Latvia and China are so far apart, and they're on almost the opposite end of the Europe-Asia continent. And the people and the culture are totally different. However, the people from Latvia and China have so much in common. They both enjoy the beginning of the summer, and they also have their own special ways to celebrate their holidays, and singing and dancing and enjoy, and even just sitting there doing nothing, drinking teas and listening to the rain is a kind of celebration. So there are many things that actually people from a different continent, people from different side of the Europe-Asian continent have in common. It just remind me a good old saying in Chinese saying that 人之初性本善. So translated into English is that at the beginning of life, everybody is so kind in their heart. And I think as a grown-up, we should continue to seek that kind of kindness in our heart at the beginning. And that's a way to build harmony in our society and seeking common terms and avoid or at least coexist and to the different opinions, let them stay together so that they can build and extend their friendship above and beyond the nation's boundaries, and also above and beyond the cultural boundaries, so that as the world can be a one big family, and we can enjoy the friendship and harmony together. And that's what the world peace is all about. It's not seeking the differences and not try to start a conflict or even a war. That's what's happening actually not far away from Latvia, right? I think that's the kind of things that we need to avoid. But at the same time, we need to seek the kindness at heart and the harmony that we can build for the society. I know we're coming to the end of this session, and I will talk more in our next session on what it takes to build this kind of harmony.
Great. Let's continue the discussion very soon in our next show coming up very soon. I'll see you soon then.